I'm James Fuller. I'm a national safety expert for TNT Fireworks. We have the participation of the North Valley, Las Vegas Fire Department, and also the Las Vegas Fire Department Inspector's Office. We're going to sit here. We're going to spend some time today talking about the importance of staying legal. When you get ready for the 4th of July this year, it's super important that you make sure you're buying your fireworks from a licensed retailer. That's going to make sure that what you use is going to be legal in the location that you use it in. We're also going to talk about safe practices and make sure that folks are prepared with a little bit of precautionary work, paying attention to reading the instructions on your fireworks, using the right lighting instrument, making sure you have a bucket of water or a water source nearby. You can have a wonderful, safe 4th of July. And so with that, we're going to begin on the legal and the inspection side of safety of fireworks that are being used here in this county, in Clark County. And I'm going to introduce the Deputy Chief Inspector for Las Vegas. Inspector Rick.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rick Rozier. I'm a Deputy Fire Marshal for the City of Las Vegas. The messaging that we have for every year, obviously, is that fireworks, all fireworks, are illegal in Clark County, with the exception of this 1 week. We do testing of safe and sane fireworks locally and approve them for sale in our local booths. And those inspections start on Sunday. So from the 28th of June through July 4th, safe and sane fireworks inspected by the City of Las Vegas and the Fire Prevention Association of Nevada being sold in our local booths are the only legal fireworks. The other safety message is if you're going to fire off fireworks, make sure you have a water source nearby and that you immediately water them down after use. And for the safe and sane fireworks, soak them in a bucket for at least an hour afterwards to ensure that they don't rekindle in your trash can later. I'll now go to Scott Thompson, who is the president of the Fireworks Committee for the Fire Prevention Association of Nevada. Their unit goes out there and does all the testing before the fireworks are approved for sale.
Good morning. Like Chief Rozier said, we want everybody to be safe during this time of year. This is a time of year where the fire department's at its busiest. We want to reduce the house fires. We want to reduce injuries. Our message to people is no matter what you're doing, do not alter any firework. Only use it as it's intended to be. And then once you use it, wet it down, let it sit, then soak it down before you dispose of it. And do not dispose of it up against your house or in a trash can, up against apartments. Be aware of your surroundings. Don't light fireworks in a wildland setting right now because it's super dry right now and we have enough fires going on. And then be courteous of your neighbors and be aware of what you're doing when you're doing it in the streets and with kids. Kids are out, so slow down, be careful. And if anybody has any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Well, based on last year's data with the fake submissions that were made, are there any problem areas in the valley that are looked at?
Yes, they're identified through the I Spy Fireworks thing, and then that's where the enforcement's targeted.
Any examples, or is there a list that we can find somewhere that we can look at?
No.
All right.
Oh, yeah, burns, just children, burns, people losing fingers, severe injuries, house fires, people being displaced, coming home, finding their house has been burnt down. They left because they have PTSD, can't be around it. When they come home, they have no home. I mean, it's endless. So, yeah, it's like, where do you start? Yeah, well, be aware of your surroundings. Be on a level, flat surface. Have a water source available. Don't do it when you're impaired. Don't alter fireworks. And it sounds simple, but most of our injuries are when people decide they want to make something bigger, better, and they'll alter what it's supposed to be. Even safe and sane, they're still explosives. So treat them with the respect they deserve. The citation's the same as last year. So yes, you can get fined, and you can even be charged with the cost of disposal of the hazardous material, which is a lot more. It's like $5,000 per 55-barrel drum.
On average, about how many emergency calls do you guys get?
Oh, that's I don't have that information with me, but it's a night where most of our stations, they just go from call to call, and we're constantly waiting for people to clear so we can send them to new ones.
You guys do this every year?
Yes.
And then you've been involved with firefighting for many years.
Yes.
But every year you get surprised to see the same thing over and over, even though you do these press conferences.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but at the same time, you know, people want to. Fireworks is part of the 4th of July. We just want them to think about it before they do it. It's kind of like, you know, fire safety at home. Think about it before you have a fire, and then if you have a fire, you'll be better prepared to take care of it. Same as with, you're using explosives. That's the first thing we should talk about. Treat it like that. It's not something that's just something you can just give a kid and, you know, don't look at. Treat it with the respect it deserves. And, you know, yeah, we talk about this all the time, but if, you know, we prevent one injury, it's worth it.
Does the dry nature of obviously being here out in the desert increase the risk of fires caused by fireworks?
Yes. Yeah, and especially like palm trees. If a lot of, in the older areas, they have the prongs that are laying there dry. That's a wick for, it's like a torch. So you need to be aware, whatever firework you're setting off, look around. If it looks like it shouldn't be set off there and where it's going to go, don't do it. You know, just be preventive, be proactive.
As much as it sounds like it's just common sense, people just don't seem to use it.
Common sense isn't common, apparently, right? So, and you know, I think some people just, they think it's just something fun, not dangerous, and it really, they need to rethink it and just check it out as an adult, you know, look at it, and then don't let kids do it unsupervised. Be aware.
Talk more about the PTSD aspect of this. You know, we're in a military community, a lot of veterans.
Yes.
Talk more about that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that's very critical, because loud sounds, sudden change, sets these people off and stuff that you and I can't understand. So we need to be more aware of that, because this valley is full of military people because of the base and the service here and the climate, so they retire here. So, you know, you might be thinking you're having a great time, and you could put somebody in a psychiatric episode, or, you know, have to go to a hospital or have a breakdown, or just things we can't think about unless you know. I guess I challenge anybody to look into it, because it's real, and it affects lots of people. Just like this is the time of year where more pets will disappear from their homes and not get found again. And so for those of us who love our pets, be aware of it, and, you know, be considerate. If you have a pet, make sure the doors are locked. Make sure they're in a secure area. Don't leave them outside. Don't leave them by a door that can be sprung open, because they get scared and you might not get them back.
How you guys doing today? My name is Ben Erickson. I'm a deputy chief for North Las Vegas Fire Department. That's BENERICKSON. So, yeah, it's going to be a long holiday weekend. We're all excited for the 250th anniversary of our country, and we're really excited, but we just want people to be safe out there. I think there's a few talking points too as well that they've already discussed. Make sure that when you are using your when we are utilizing those safe and sane fireworks, make sure we're submerging them in a bucket of water. Make sure one more. All right. I guess I'll restart with that whole thing. So obviously they talked about some talking points, but make sure that we're utilizing safe and sane fireworks, buying them locally. Make sure you have a bucket of water. Make sure you have adult supervision. There's a reason why we have these regulations that these safe and sane fireworks are only legal during this short time period. This is nothing that children and juveniles should be lighting off on their own. So make sure you always have an adult supervision there, watching over. Make sure you have safe distances away from everything lighting them. After you do utilize those safe and sane fireworks, make sure they're submerged in a bucket of water. Another common mistake we see is that people will put their fireworks, discard them in a trash can, and then roll their trash can in adjacent to their house or inside of a garage. So we recommend that you store your trash at least for the 12 hours after you lit the fireworks away from your home at some point. That just gives you that added layer of protection to make sure those fireworks don't reignite at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then all of a sudden you have a house fire. So that's one of those things. Another thing you guys can do is just make sure that good housekeeping, make sure all your landscaping, debris on roofs and things like that. Even though we're all going to utilize safe and sane fireworks, we all need to be good community members, and that we're not using the illegal fireworks that are out there, but having that debris away from your house and things like that, so you don't have those falling embers and spot fires in that nature. And then another thing, they talked about veterans and PTSD, but also dogs and cats and all other pets that we have. Be cognizant of that, be respectful, be good community partners, and be respectful of your neighbors. Yeah. The legal times are outlined. I think they're going to be in this layout of pretty much all the times you are allowed when doing the safe and sane fireworks, from when the booths open up this Sunday coming up until the end of the holiday period. So there's no like time limit, but it's in that date range that those safe and sane fireworks are legal. Discharging a firearm in Clark County is an illegal offense. I'll let PD discuss that, but obviously at no time should be discharging a firearm in an unsafe manner.
Y'all, you guys have extra men on?
Yeah, I mean, every agency, there's 4 agencies here in the Valley, or larger agencies in the Valley. We all do bring on a little bit of extra staffing. It is our busiest night when it comes to calls for fires. Just everybody's excited, everybody's ready to celebrate. So we do bring us on some extra staffing, some vehicles that are specific just for what we call those nuisance fires, those fires that are in landscaping and things like that that just need to be extinguished and quick out. That way we're not also tying up a full apparatus like we have here. Because people got to remember too, even though the 4th of July is going on, our town obviously is a 24/7 city. Those 911 calls are still coming in all the time. So we still have medical calls and everything else that is also going on in the Valley, other than the fires we have. So we do bring on a little extra staffing for that. I don't want to speak for the other agencies of what they bring on for us, but ours is another apparatus. We bring our on-call chief in for that night, just because there is a little added call volume. Another thing too is if you do see illegal fireworks and you do want to report them, please do not access 911 for those reports. Utilize the 311 system. It is a busy time in the Valley for everyone. 3 of the agencies all use the same dispatch center, so that dispatch center becomes very overwhelmed quickly when it comes to calls. So we want to make sure those lines are open for when we do have those 911 calls in an emergency, whether it be a medical or a fire, they're able to access that 911 system and quickly get units to what they need to do.
There we go. I was going to ask, is it something I look forward to, or are you guys kind of cringe?
I mean, it's an exciting day. It's the birthday of our nation. So I think we all look excited to it. You'd have to speak to each individual whether they look forward to it or not. We work in an emergency situation, so we never want to say like, yeah, we're excited because there's more fires. Our end goal is that there is no fires and everyone's safe. But we're always going to be there to respond and be here for our community.
I touched on this earlier regarding the Clayton website. Is there? Can you give us that? What it is you did? Can you roll that off?
I do not have it offhand. You'll have to ask someone else for that. So mostly I'm dealing with like.
It's ispyfireworks.com.
Go ahead.
ispyfireworks.com. Yeah, I mean, just a safe distance. I would say 8 feet away from your home, even though a majority of the homes out here are stucco coated and stuff like that. But if you have your trash can up adjacent to the wall or inside, the worst thing is obviously inside your garage. We 100% would not recommend you storing your trash cans inside the garage during the 4th of July weekend just because of that. So just 8 feet distance away from the walls.
All right, guys. I know it's hot. Does anybody need any one-on-one with anybody, or we all good?
You did good, man.